Hello everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be swatching a brand new eyeshadow palette from Essence Cosmetics. This one is called Turtle. You are in my circle, which is of course this palette right here, you guys. So that is the outer packaging, and when we turn the palette, this is how the back looks like. Now I have done of course a full review on this palette, including this eye makeup look right here. I'm going to link this video up here down below, so go check it out to see how the shadows perform. But today's video is all about swatches, and I'm quite excited to show you guys how the shadows of course swatch. Now I also reviewed this palette here, which looks very similar to the one that I'm about to swatch to you guys. This one is called Make a Wish Little Fish eyeshadow palette, which is this one here. Do you guys remember this one? I did two videos already. These two videos up here, I'm going to link them down below. Go have a look. But they also have this one here, which I'm about to be reviewing to you guys, and the packaging looks pretty much the same except for the design. By the layout of the the whole entire Boss palettes, I think they look quite like the same. I'll show you. Let me just open it and show you guys. So this is how this one looks like. The inside, we are getting of course 12 eyeshadows in there. They look like that, mixed of shimmers and mattes in there. And the design on the eyeshadow themselves looks a little bit different from the other palette that of course I have already reviewed. But this one here contains gold and nudes, this palette here. And the one that I already reviewed, this one we had nudes and blues in this one here. So I'm going to put them actually side by side so you guys can see on how they look like, apart from of course the the shades. But hold on, let me just do like this. All right, so this is how they look like side by side, right there. Of course the packaging is pretty much the same, but yeah. Now the question you have to ask yourself is, do you really need to get both of them? Or when you look at both palettes, what do you think? Is it necessary to have both? That is the question of course you need to answer for yourself. But yeah, side by side, that is how they look like. I'll probably do another video maybe swatching these two side by side, so you guys can get to actually see how the shades looks like, because I have a feeling that just looking at this, some of the shades looks very similar to each other between the two palettes. So yeah, it's a question of, do I need both of the palettes? All right, anyway, let's focus on this palette here that we're about to be swatching. Yeah, so this retails for €5.95, pretty much same price as this one here. And yeah, let's go ahead, start swatching this so we can all get to see how the shades swatch. All right, now I have used a couple shades in here. Some of them I haven't touched them yet, but maybe in the future. But for now I have used a few. I'll point those as I go which one I have used, of course, to create this eye makeup look, which you guys have to see. Of course, it's already live on my channel, so you're most welcome to go there and have a look. All right, now the first shade I'm going to swatch here, it's called Rock, which is of course this more like a deeper brown shade right here, Rock. So taking this one and I'm going to swatch it right here with only one swatch. That's how it looks like. And let's double it up. Now I have used this shade here on the eyes, and I do like the finish of this. It does show up and it blends beautifully, and I did not experience any patchiness or anything like that, so I do like this shade actually. But yeah, that is how it looks like. The next one after that, we have this one called Anemone, if that is how you pronounce this name. Some names so hard to pronounce, but right there, Anemone. This one here, it's more like a lighter brown shade. It is of course a matte shade. I'm going to pop it right here. Now first swatch, that's how it looks like. And I have used this one again. I do like the finish. The only thing I'll say is with a matte shade, we do get a lot of kickback coming from the from the shades, but otherwise blendability wise, they did blend beautifully with no issues. So those two shades, that's how they look like. Definitely I like those one. I have used them. Let's move on to the next shade, which is of course called Beach. This one here I haven't touched it just yet. It's more like a creamy kind of shade, this one here, so called Beach. Taking that one, and I'm going to swatch this one right here. So that's how it looks like with 2 swatches there. So that's like a creamy kind of shade that you can use to highlight, you know, your brow bone, inner corners, or even to kind of, you know, use it in your other transition shade. You can use it, I guess. So yeah, moving on, we have of course the next shade called Shark. It is a shimmer shade, which is this one right here, Shark. You can see even the design there. Look at that, cute, isn't it? I almost destroyed it already. Yeah, now it's completely gone. All right. Oh yeah, this shade is beautiful. Oh, that's stunning, you guys. I haven't used this one just yet, but my, look at that. Yeah, that I like. Nice and shimmery. Yeah, I like this one as well. Next one we have is of course pretty much the name of the palette, Turtle, which is, oh, what have I done here? Next shade we are taking is this one right here. It is a shimmer shade, more like a gold shade that I have actually used in today's look. I absolutely love this shade here, so beautiful, and I have used it. Where did I use it? In the inner corners. Oh, stunning. Just finish swatching it here, and look at that. That's how it looks like. That's the shade right there. There's something about the shimmers, you guys, even in the other palette, you know, the shimmers are just like, they are really stunning, you know. They stand out more. Look at the next one here called Gold. This one here, Gold, up there. Oh yes, yes, and yes, I use this shade. It's absolutely beautiful. Look at that. So that is Gold right there. It's definitely, you know, shimmery, and you know, look at my eyelid. That's the shade you see right there. So popping, you guys. All right, moving on to the second row now. The first one is the matte shade called Island, which is this you know, like a brown shade. This one is very similar to the second one, which is called Anemone. Very similar shades, but let's swatch it and have a look. All right, so there it is on its own right there. Yeah, they're definitely not the same. You know, I was talking about the second shade from, you know, from the top, but no, that's also different. But yeah, that is how this Island shade looks like. Nice matte shade. Next up we have of course a shimmer shade called Wind, untouched, unused. This one right here called Wind. So that's the one I'm going to get right there. Wind. Let's have a look. How do you look like? Okay. Oh yes, my isn't it pretty? Oh, Wind, you guys, look at the Wind. Looks like another gorgeous shimmer shade. Yeah, I'm loving this one here. All right, next up we have a matte shade called Maldives. Yeah, this one here. Oh, look at the fallout, you guys, coming from there. Oh my god, that's a lot of kickback. That is a nice shade as well. Okay, pretty. Oh, did show up. Nice. So it's a little bit more deeper compared to the, you know, to the third one from the top, compared to this one here. They are not really the same, but that's how this one looks like. All right, moving on, we have the next shade called Maui. How do you pronounce this? M-A-U-I. Maui. I shouldn't even try this name right here, you guys. That's the one that we are going for next. It's a matte shade. I have used this one. You can see it popping there in between, you know, the brows, that shade, and that one in there. That's the one. That is the one popping there. It's a lovely, lovely, gorgeous shade. Oh, that is nice. I'm just applying. Ooh, lots of kickback. That I'm not gonna lie. So that is the shade right there. So it looks like. Again, it is popping. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. Happy with that one as well. Of course, I did use it, so yeah, I was happy with that. The next one is called Sardinia. I haven't touched this one, but it is a shimmer shade. This one right there. All right, let's go for that one. I'm blowing all the, you know, the leftovers, because the shades are just crazy falling out, you know. Okay, this one doesn't look too bad either. Here we go. The one from the bottom there, that's how it looks like. It's almost like a greenish kind of color, you know, when you look closer. It's almost like a greeny kind of finish, but looks stunning too, and it does swatch you know, nicely as well. So that's not too bad actually. All right, we have one more shade to swatch, which is happening to be a matte shade called Dune, D-U-N-E, Dune. I haven't touched this one here, so it's almost like a creamy kind of shade. Dune, that's how you say this name here. All right, taking that one, and we are going to swatch this. Where can I swatch it? Let's put it here. All right, taking it there. Ah, that's also nice, I think. Where to? How to do this one so that it's focused everywhere. Come on now. This shade right here, you guys, right at the bottom there. So that shade looks also beautiful, but to me, I feel like the last shade and which one? This other shade here. This one here, they look very, like, they look like the same to me, you know. Swatch, they are both matte shades, but they look like one shade. I mean, really, can you tell the difference between those two? Anyway, that's how they look like, but to me they look like it's same shade, really. You could barely tell the difference between those two, but maybe just the slightest, you know, but not so much. Anyway, you guys, so those are all the shades, you know, swatched the whole entire palette. That is how they look like. And yeah, what do you guys think of the swatches? For me, I do like the shades that of course I have used you know, in today's video. I think I mean, in this eye makeup look, I think they performed beautifully, no issues at all, and I'm happy with the quality of the shade that I have used, and I'm hoping that the remaining shades, they are going to perform on the eyes as well, because they seem to be swatching pretty good, you know, like, in all honesty, you know, when you look at the matte shades, look at the shimmers, they all seem to be swatching really, really beautifully. So yeah, we'll have to try them on the eyes, of course, and see, as I always say, that's where we place the eyeshadow anyway. These are just hand swatches, but we can, you know, we can swatch them on the eyes. All right, you guys, that was me swatching this eyeshadow palette, of course, from Essence Cosmetics. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of this palette here, and also let me know if you guys want to see comparison video between these two, because I feel like, you know, something needs to be compared here, because yeah, I feel like we need to compare the two, because the shadows in these two palettes, I think they look very, very similar, especially the nudes, you know, ones. So yeah, leave your comments down below if you want me to do a comparison video on these two palettes here. Leave your, you know, your thoughts or your comments below so I can swatch them side by side, especially the, you know, the nudes one, see whether they, whether they are actually close to each other, whether you need both palettes. Let me know. All right, everyone, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you have, definitely smash that like button and subscribe to the channel, and of course ring your bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new exciting video. All right, everyone, go have a good one. Take care, lots of love, and I shall catch you all lovely people on my next video. All right, bye for now.